Hi guys, today we're going to react to Come See Me by KOIAI. This is a Buy Me a Coffee request from DJPaz. Thank you, DJPaz, for yet another request. We appreciate all their support.
Thank you, DJPaz. We appreciate the ongoing support as well as the return to KOIAI. Let's see what this one's about.
Yeah, right off the start, it's one of those rapidly engaging songs. It has a very strong inspirational vibe in it and also a mainstream sensibility. And she's singing in English, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so far only in English, yeah.
Yeah, I can't really make out what she's saying. There's a lot of presence from the instruments in the whole performance. I love the style so far. It's clean. I love listening to the different instruments. It's very apparent that they are exceptionally skilled, and I'm enjoying it so far.
Yeah, as far as the skill, we mentioned this before when we covered them, but yeah, this band is headed by Lisa X, who is a guitar phenom, amazing, and also has Hazuki from Nemophila and Wakazeman from East of Eden. The lead singer is Kotono, and on drums is Kanade, and they are freaking awesome. Here, it's almost like a poppy mainstream kind of sound. It reminds me of 80s bands. I think that's also the way she uses her voice here. The first time we met KOIAI, first reaction to them, there was more of a sort of almost like a jazzy, almost experimental feel to that song. And this one feels like it's almost like a more straightforward poppy mainstream with rock mixed in.
Yeah.
But again, we're less than halfway through, so it could go in a different direction as well. But I don't know if it will, and I don't want it to in a way because I'm really enjoying this.
Yeah, cool song. Lisa X and Hazuki's guitar skills are off the charts. I mean, I don't think I've at least mentioned it enough, but between the first time we reacted to KOIAI and now listening to this song, I think it's a form of flattery to any Japanese musician that I come across, at least when we react to them. It's no surprise. You hear them playing and it's some of the best playing that you've heard up to that point, and it's no surprise, but still you can't help but mentioning it. Not mentioning it is like holding my breath. Love every second of it. It's just sweet.
And Lisa X, I don't think we've seen an ounce of what she's got, if you know what I mean. Hazuki, we're a little bit more familiar with because we've seen her with the Mafila. She can shred. She's awesome. By the way, I think Waka Zayman is playing bass on this, but she is not in the clip as far as I could spot. East of Eden are probably on tour or something when they were on tour, when they were shooting the video or something like that. Yeah. But yeah, this band has this really cool kind of feel to it. I mean, judging just by 1 3/4 song kind of thing, they seem to kind of swing between styles. And I kind of like that. They're not really pinned down to anything. And we know that they're able to go faster and heavier, but they kind of do what they like to do, I think. They stick within certain styles that they want to play, not really what is expected of them necessarily. And in this one, yeah, I'm just, I don't know, I'm just loving it. Such a great vibe.
Yeah, I'm quietly admiring every time we react to bands that are comprised of musicians that branched out of other bands that we know and are now playing in 2 or 3 bands. Because in my mind, I have the life of a musician, the life of a professional musician who's performing and who has an audience is around the clock work. That's how I see it. Maybe it's not exactly like that, but that's how I see it. So giving the entirety of your attention to a band, to an idea, to a family, of musicians and creating music, and then simultaneously doing it with other bands, it's like, where do they find the time and the energy?
I can see that because it is their passion.
Each of those bands has its own tone, its own signature, its own presence, its own soul, if you may, But if I try to think about it in a deeper level, it's like their music is making them do these things. I toy with the notion that it's not something that they even have a choice in. It's like they're driven to create more and more.
That's what being an artist is all about.
People do we meet between
Beautiful. Regarding the subject matter, I got a strong idea of what I think the song is about. There's a saying that is very well known. I think that the song derives its meaning from, to some extent. I mean, I'm not sure about what the entire song is about, but at least that notion is the only currency you have leaving this world is the lives you've influenced. I think the song talks about that to some extent. In the lyrics, what made me think about that is the verse where it says, how many billions of people are there and how many people can I meet between birth and death? So how many lives I can influence or how many lives can influence me? It's the little differences that matter. They add up to what makes me who I am. There are a lot of other things in the song that made me think about that particular idea, but that at least explains it.
There might be some of that in there. Like for me, something else kind of jumped at me, and it's talking about things that are very common these days, with social media. It's about the differences, again, about people who are different, basically decide they don't want to mix with people who are different or think differently. It's that if you feel this way, if you think this, block me, I'm not interested, unfriend me, blah, blah, blah. That kind of thing, because that line, it's the little differences that matter. They add up to what makes me who I am. And then she says, if we can't understand each other, that's okay. I don't force my values. Keep it under lock and key. Leave it all behind, waiting for the time. Come see me. Return to the way things should be. So it took me there. I know it's like a little bit layered because it also talks about basically potentially a romantic relationship or 2 people who decided they were probably too different and ended up, kind of breaking up. But what the song is saying, the differences is, the old opposites attract, that's what makes it interesting. Yeah. It helps us become who we are. We learn from people who are different to us, not from people who are the same. So it's like, how many billions of people are there, and how many people do we meet between birth and death? Because they are the ones who will help us sort of construct who we are. You take a little bit of this person and a little bit of that one, and you through that kind of form your own personality. So I thought it was just really interesting. It works on several levels. The one that made me think that it was also about a relationship was the love hurts line. Love hurts, but I don't want to get used to the pain.
When it says love hurts, but I don't want to get used to the pain, it has something endearing in it, because the narrator knows that love hurts. But in saying that they don't want to get used to the pain, to me, it means that they don't want to harden their skin, so they look at love with judgmental eyes. They still want to keep their innocence upon feeling new love. So they don't want to get used to that pain, because they want to come fresh to every encounter that they have, to every chance of love that they have. The conversation between people who think differently, we're in a time where people are offended because other people don't share their values. Viscerally offended, unconsolably offended. That's where what you mentioned, if you believe in this and this, then stop talking to me. And I agree with the notion in the song that that's the wrong approach. It's okay that we're different, as you said. It's okay that we're different, but let's talk. We don't have to agree, but we can still talk. We're still people. To detach a person from their values and beliefs and look at them as an individual, I think that's a healthier approach. As you said, and as the song says, it's basically saying, you be you and I'll be me, and let's talk.
Yeah, and it's even more than just values, That would be, to some extent, understandable. But people get offended if somebody else has a different opinion about anything. So that's why I love the line in this that says, return to the way things should be. So it's like the way things used to be. We need to return to that, because these kinds of changes are more recent. People used to be able to converse and communicate and debate, if they come from different sides in the past. And today it seems to be getting more and more difficult.
Regarding to that misguided perception, being offended has nothing to do with the offender.
Yeah, it has more to do with the offended.
Yeah, when it's verbal abuse, I mean, you have no right to be shielded from offense when you go through the world. People will say things you don't like.
Ricky Gervais is one of the biggest sort of proponents of that, and he keeps saying, just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right, which I love. But yeah, it's become a political thing, but it's even just a communication thing. This band is awesome. I like that this song made us think about, all these things. It's always fun when lyrics take us somewhere as far as the discussion that I enjoy. Thank you, DJPaz, for another awesome request. We appreciate the ongoing support. Keep them coming.
Yeah, thanks, DJPaz. We enjoyed reacting to KOIAI very much. Please, more like this. If you enjoyed this episode, guys, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and click the little bell icon so you get notified on all our future videos. If you have a request you'd like bumped up the line, please make it through Buy Me a Coffee. All contributions are, of course, very much appreciated. Thank you all for sticking with us. Thank you all for your time.
And just for fun and to introduce people who might not be aware, we'll include links to our KOIAI first-time reaction that we've done, as well as playlists to both Nemophila and East of Eden, so you can check out the girls. Awesome, awesome stuff. Thank you guys so much for all the support. We appreciate it oh so much. We'll be back in a couple of days with a new episode, and we hope to see you all then. Thanks again. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.